Hello everyone, Dunkurtin here, and welcome to our first ever Meter Cup 750K-5. What that means is basically all the entries in this tournament are under 750,000 RP and 5,000 blocks. As you can see, I've got all the entrants loaded in just all around the place, so we're lagging a fair bit right now, but that is a full 16 vehicles loaded in, so the battles will be running a lot smoother once we actually get into it. Just wanted to give a quick preview of all the entries that we've got. Some pretty cool ones around. We've got a nice mix of flyers and ships, and a very nice mix, I think, of large and small craft as well. So yeah, basically rules are very similar to what you might be familiar with from the Budkai tournaments. Basically, if you sink, you're dead. There is repair in this one. No aim point selection. No submarines. So let's just get straight into things then with our first matchup. Alright guys, here we go, and for our first matchup we have the CA158 Cara from Desla, who is representing Octahedron Sciences, versus the Def 2 from Helats, who is an independent developer. So straight away we saw some explosions pretty early. I think that was on the Def 2. Yeah, it looks like he took a lot of damage at the front here. Cara, I think just about everyone who's seen our tournament before from Budkai is familiar with the caster in one form or another. A lot of ducker, as you can come to expect, and he is just devastating the Def 2 right now. Pretty tough matchup for the Helats. I believe it's his first tournament ever. And as I said, the caster is, well, a bit of an old horse at the in the tournament scene, so that was a fairly quick match. I'm sorry, Helats. The first one will go to Cara. Desla. God, gotta love that. Though you still do have another 2 chances to get one back. Doesn't appear. Oh, you've got some repair going on there, but the caster's pretty much untouched, so I'm going to call this round for the caster, and we'll get right on to our next one. Alright, so this time we've loaded in the caster second. Just try to get a better view of their alpha strikes at the start here. So they got a lot of missiles coming out from the Def 2, and the caster is just pure darker, which seems that it doesn't really matter where he hits, even without aim point selection. He's doing a lot of damage, just cutting straight through the hull here. This was a very tough matchup, but it looks like the caster will be taking clean wins here, though we still have these 2 side guns, so it's not over yet. One's come off now. And it's getting dark. Great. As we can see, the caster is... Oh no, he's... Wait, is that... No, he's not untouched. He actually took a fair beating at the front here. But the Def 2 has just stopped firing altogether. They have some repair. Like, I'll let it play out for a minute or so, but I just don't see... There's no AI. Constant fire just coming in. Yeah, I don't see... Oh, actually the caster has rolled. But still firing. Okay, I'm gonna give it a minute timer. But I just don't see him being able to repair to that degree. I don't want to call these too early because we do have the repair, but I mean there's a pretty low limit to how much you can repair with just, what is it? He's got about a dozen repair bots there, but he just has no AI, no power, pretty much no ship, and the caster, while upside down, is still firing, still afloat, so he's not sunk. Ooh, what was that? Is that a... Oh, that's repair. Thought that was an explosion for a second there. So yeah, unless he starts shooting himself, I just don't see... Yeah, I'm gonna call this in favour of the caster, but it's not over for the Def 2. He will get a second chance in the losers bracket now. And our first competitor to go through with their win is Desla Soto's caster. Okay, for our second matchup we have the Steel Tiger from the stage the 13th versus the Hurricane, which is a Solosphere and Kaz design. They've teamed up on this one and they are representing the Stormwatch. And they are falling pretty fast, it seems. Sage must have got a really good hit early on. But they are still firing, and there is repair, so they have time to get back up in the air. They're not sunk yet either, so... It's definitely still in the game. Oh, there was a big explosion somewhere. Ooh. And they are both now in the water. Though Sage definitely, Steel Tiger definitely has the advantage right now. But with repair in the game, it kind of, depending on how well he functions in the water, it's kind of still anyone's game, I'd say, right now. He must have got a really lucky shot through these shields and just hit the back. It's the only unfortunate thing with loading these guys in first. The Hurricane did just immediately start flying sideways and kind of exposed itself. So I'm sure they'll do better spawning in second. But like I said, it's still not over. It's good to see some lasers in the competition because they are a very expensive option. But they seem to have done pretty well for these guys, for Sage. Wow, it is not a common sight to see a Solus and Kaz submission go down so quick. So does he have any functioning repair bots still? No, I don't see any. Alright, so we're going to call this first round for the Steel Tiger. Very powerful design. The next round, Kaz and Solus will be spawning in second, so hopefully when they don't turn and show their sides, they'll have a bit better luck. Alright guys, here we go with our second matchup of the Hurricane versus the Steel Tiger. The Hurricane definitely has got a better start than her last time. Look at the size of that Alpha Strike, wow. So yeah, not having turned itself to the side, I guess that's where its shields are weakest. Definitely hasn't taken a heavy hit straight away. Oh, I have died. Even though I thought I spawned them far enough away to not have to deal with that. I guess not. I'm gonna have to look back over that footage, depending on what it was that killed me, if one of these crafts was focusing on me instead of Or maybe it's just because it doesn't consider this a threat anymore. See, I will look back on that later on, and if the Steel Tiger was focusing my character over there, which I'm pretty sure it was one of these missiles just going off like that, did it? But if it wasn't, I will rematch this round, and I'll make sure to spawn a bit further away from now on. But as you can all see, the Hurricane has come back hard and is definitely back in this competition now. Got a lot of smoke coming out down here. Does the Hurricane have lasers? I did not. I don't think it does. Maybe it just destroyed some smoke deployers. So this isn't a complete destruction yet like we've been seeing so far, so I am going to just let this play out for a few minutes and then we'll come back and see if he can repair up a bit and get himself out of the water, the Steel Tiger here. Though I am... if those lasers do enough damage to slow down the missile spam, it might happen. We'll see. Definitely not going to call this while he's still firing. Alright, we have a big explosion here. But I still hear lasers firing. I don't see them. So, but they're still trying. Ooh, ouch. Yeah, his innards are getting hit pretty hard right now, I think. Ooh. And this is, there's no frag warheads in this competition, that's why you're only seeing explosions right now. But as you can see, they still do a fair amount of damage when you have a lot of missiles. How's the Hurricane doing? Has it taken any damage? They had so much smoke coming off the front here. Yeah, wow. That is a scary design when it gets a good start. Ooh, ouch, right in the belly. Yeah, things are not looking good for the Steel Tiger right now. Does he have any repair bots wandering around in here? That's what we need to work out. I can't actually see any. If he's not even repairing, I might as well call it now, because he's not firing anymore. Alright guys, I'm going to give it another minute and see if he starts repairing at all. And if nothing's changed within that time, I'm going to call this in favour of the Hurricane. Alright guys, well the only thing that seems to have changed is the Steel Tiger's missing a lot more blocks. Still not seeing any repair bots anywhere on it, so I'm going to call this round in favour of the Hurricane, which means we go on to our third round, the tiebreaker round. Wait, what was that? Was that a missile from... No, he's got no weapons. Looks like one of their missiles actually bounced off the top of the water and hit their own ship. But alright, we'll be going into our third and final tiebreaker round with these two. Alright, here we go guys. Final round between the Hurricane and the Steel Tiger. I tried to spawn the Steel Tiger in front of the Hurricane, but it just keeps turning. And as you can see, it's taking a lot of damage towards the back again. But it doesn't seem to have been crippled and knocked straight out of the sky this time, so we should still see a fairly good match, I'm hoping. But something is somewhere is exploding pretty bad. Who is that? Not sure where that explosion was. They both seem to still be in pretty good shape. Well, I think there's a bit of explosion at the back of the Steel Tiger here now. Oh yeah, his top turret is completely off. And he has a big hole in one wing. A lot of smoke coming off him. And oh, the Hurricane has failed to turn without hitting the water. Oh, but he has a lot of balloons to get him back up. That's a pretty good design. Why did they not go off in the first round, I wonder? Or were they just destroyed too quickly? It's a very good fail-safe for when you go down. Just a whole ton of balloons and lift you straight back up. And what's happening with the Steel Tiger now? It is grounded. It is firing at... Is that a... I think those are anti-missile lasers, okay. Ooh, definitely not in a good position. Oh, still got some Ducker from this other turret on the bottom. Just needs to get the right angle to be able to fire, unfortunately. And I think I just saw a continuous laser come out of this end. So he might have just lost the Q switch. But yeah, he's still firing from the sides here, yeah. Taking quite a hammering though. Does he even have repair? I haven't seen much. Any repair bots kind of flying around on this thing. Maybe he didn't put any on. Which would be very unfortunate for him if that's the case. Yeah, he's got some anti-missile lasers there shooting the missed missiles. Whoa, just look at all of that. Wow. Got some more explosions going on down here. He is wide open right now. Still firing though, so he's still got power, he's still got lasers. What's going on inside here? Oh, his turret's still turning. He seems to be flipping over, which would allow that turret to get a better angle of fire probably more often. Though I may have spoke a bit too soon. Oh wait, no, he's still firing. But there are a lot of shields up there. Though he hit something. He hit something at the back here. Just some jets, I think. This is a scary design by Solus and Kaz. Which is to be expected. They did win the last Budkai tournament with their joint effort, I believe, if I remember correctly. Actually knocked me out, the jerks. And I am liking their design for going a long way in this tournament right now. I mean, it does seem to have that initial weakness if it shows its back, as we saw in the very first round. But otherwise, if it gets a good start, there is just so much ordnance coming off this thing. They all seem to be really small missiles, so they reload really fast. Alright, let's have a look here. Yeah, I'm fairly sure that he's got no repair going on in here. Alright, here's his engine, so that's why he manages to keep power for so long. This is pretty well shielded. But yeah, I'm seeing the repair dots, but there's just no bots. There's no bots flying around trying to get anything done here. This cannon might still fire when it gets a chance though, so we'll wait and see if that's still live before we call it. No. Not even trying to aim anymore. I think his AI is gone. And he is slowly sinking. Alright, well it looks like we have the second member of our winners bracket, the Hurricane, by Solosphere and Kaz from the Stormwatch. Still Tiger will get a second chance within the losers bracket, so it's not over for them. Maybe they can come back, who knows, maybe the final will be another showdown between these two. You never know what's going to happen in a double elimination tournament. But for now, let's move on to our next matchup. Alright guys, here we have the third matchup. We have the... I've lost it. Global Combat Ship from El Boido over here against the Parallel Almas from Kuruma Fox, which is flying around over here now. So we had a lot of missiles, I think it was, coming in at the start. Doesn't look like he's taken too much damage down here. And where is he flying off to? Not sure how many of these missiles are going to hit. Looks like they're all just falling short. So he's got some pretty long attack runs on the Parallel Almas here, by the looks of it. Coming back in, let's see if either of them can get... Oh, he's got lots of cannons on there, yeah. He's got a lot of Darker coming in. Let off some missiles. Let's see if any of these ones connect up here. He's got a nice paint job as well on this. Ooh. No, it looks like none of these missiles are connecting with him. What's going on with these? These are just... Are they out of fuel or are they bombs? Got magnets on there? Looks like he does. Ooh, yeah, he's taking quite a bit of damage at the front here, it looks like. But with the length of these attack runs, he's got plenty of time to prepare up. But it all just depends on whether he's ever actually going to get any connections on this thing. It's flying pretty fast. Some explosions down here. A lot of missiles coming in. Oh wow. Doesn't seem to have done too... Oh no, he's got a big hole in him now. Wide open, but as long as he stays afloat, he's in the game, so it's not over for him yet. Does he have any actual repair bots or not? Yeah, well, yep, he's got some working away in there. Where's this guy gotten to? So this flyer just seems to be really fast, long attack runs. So it's pretty hard to hit it, and then I guess any damage it does take, it's probably got a few repair bots. It's very well shielded. Gotta love that colour scheme he's got going on there, very bright. So yeah, this looks like a well-made ship. El Boido's pretty well known for some of his builds, but just can't seem to hit this flyer. Probably not the best matchup for him. Sorry, it's a bit loud. Back that out a bit. So I'm just going to let this play out for a while and see if he can manage to start landing some hits, but things are not looking too good for the global combat ship. Don't even know what he's firing at right now. Ooh, ouch. So there's something wrong with his targeting right now. Sorry, a bit too close to those missiles again. Yeah, his global combat ship's still firing here, but as you can see, it's not going anywhere near the target. Not that he could hit it anyway. So yeah, unless he manages to get some really good repair going on, I don't think he's gonna have much chance this round, unfortunately. Look at that. He's barely staying afloat at the moment. Alright, just gonna let this play out for a bit, guys. Alright guys, the global combat ship has actually sunk. So I've begun a 1 minute timer. He's got a minute to show signs of returning to the surface before I'm going to call him out. But things are not looking good right now. I don't think he's coming back up. I mean, I think there's still some repair going on down here, but his hull's pretty gutted. Yeah, I think it's probably over for the global combat ship in this round. Still has 2 more chances to come back. It's not over for him yet. That was only the first round of the matchup. But yeah, he's got 10 seconds to resurface, and that's definitely not happening. And that's the timer. So this first round goes to the parallel Almas from, I should remember who made it, Kuruma Fox, sorry. So that's 1-0 to Kuruma Fox, and let's get started with the second round of this matchup. Alright guys, here we go, round 2. We've got the parallel Almas spawning in second this time. Put him only at a relatively medium distance because that is what Alboido asked for. Was hoping it would give him a better chance to get that first volley off, but I think I underestimated just how fast that jet is because it just got straight out and ran off. Maybe that was a bit too short a distance, I think. No, I'd say that was pretty medium. I mean, I'd call this short and I spawned it about this far, so I'd say this is medium. It's just a really fast jet. Just got straight out from under those missiles. Gonna fly into any of these. No. Guess that's the only problem with this competition. Yes, missiles were your cheapest choice to stay within the RP limit, but if you've got nothing but missiles, you don't have much chance of hitting these faster craft. He does have a cannon in the front here, but I don't think I've seen it fire at all yet, so maybe if he can get that facing. Yeah, oh, here we go. Is it hitting? There's a lot of shielding on there as well. No. Just seems like a really bad matchup for this design. But everything was randomized, so not much I can do about that. Everyone's gonna have a bit of luck in their matchups. But it is a double elimination, so even though things are not looking too great for him right now, he will have a second chance to get back into this competition. Where is this parallel Almas? Just keeps flying right out of sight and then... Oh wait, there we are. Do I... I don't seem to have anything on my hotbar for like... binoculars or anything. Oh well. I haven't played in a while, so maybe some updates reset, that kind of stuff. Actually can't even remember if you can use them when you're in the tactical view. I think you can. Oh yeah, he's starting to sink again. Not quite okay. Is he gonna bob back up? No. Alright guys, I guess gotta start my timer. But I don't like his chances of coming back up, unfortunately. Comes in for another devastating barrage. Wow. Did they actually do anything? Oh, yeah, looks like I don't think that hole was there before. Oh, he has technically resurfaced, so I'm going to stop the timer. Though I don't think... Yeah, if he doesn't shoot anything on the next pass, I'm going to call it. I mean, I'm trying not to call things too prematurely because we do have repair, but I think everyone will probably agree with me that this seems to be over. Yeah, he's not even retaliating anymore. And he has gone back under. Yeah, I'm gonna call it, guys. He's sunk. He's not coming back up. So our third member of the winners bracket is the parallel Almas from Karuma Fox. So as I said, he's not out yet. El Boido will go on into the losers bracket to have a second chance of getting back into this competition. And let's get on to the next matchup. Alright guys, here we go with our fourth matchup. We have the Borg Cube from Ryation representing the Imperial Republic of Arbor versus the Isuzu Imperial Japanese Navy Nagara class from Homi. So we got a lot of missiles coming up from the Isuzu. And of course, a lot of you will be familiar with previous iterations of the Borg Cube. It's a lot of lasers and a flying box with shields. So it doesn't look like any of these missiles managed to make it to him. Lasers are doing work. Oh, he's already got a hole in the hull. But this is why there is no aim point selection in this tournament, so these lasers won't just immediately disable the ship. They have to get lucky and actually, in order to hit a key component, they don't just know where it is. So he's got a lot of Daka going up as well. Is any of that making it through the shields? There is a lot of shielding on this thing. Oh yeah, we got one shield down by it looks. One corner there. Oh, so that's actually lots of little shields. That's pretty cool. I thought it was just big ones that kind of covered the whole of each side, but he's actually got lots of little ones, which is a good design, I guess, because you have to knock out lots of shields instead of just knocking out the one and leaving one whole side exposed. That's pretty awesome. And I've just realized, guys, it took me 3 matches of recording that the reason I don't have a HUD is because the keybind I've got set to my record is actually F9. So that's why I can't use the binoculars or anything, because I put the HUD down. But when it comes to recording, I guess it's actually pretty good because we get to see everything without any distractions. Oh, so did the Borg Cube has missiles as well? Wow. I thought it was just lasers. But no, it's got some missiles going down. It has done a lot of work on this thing. This was a tough matchup. The Borg Cube went to... Well, the previous iteration of the Borg Cube went to the finals, I believe, in the last Vodkai tournament. The Isuzu does not seem to be firing at all. Does he have any repair bots going down here? Just have a quick look. No. Oh yeah, there's a repair bot. One. I'll let this play out just for another minute, just to be fair, but it looks like the Borg Cube has taken this first round. Okay, yeah guys, I haven't seen anything come out of the Isuzu for a good solid minute or two, probably close to the 2 minutes now. So I'm going to call this round in favour of the Borg Cube and carry on with the next one. Alright guys, this time we have the Isuzu spawning in second for our second matchup against the Borg Cube. Got some lasers coming in already. Sorry. Lasers coming in. Big alpha strike going off. He's got some harpoons, which would be good if they connected, I guess. They'd really lock down the Borg Cube, but they don't seem to have enough range. Oh wait, notice a couple? No. None of those missiles seem to have the range to get up to the Borg Cube at a long distance. Maybe from directly under. They should have the height if it's not too fast. Ooh. Oh, that's very loud. It's just too fast. They just can't make a connection. It needs to get like the perfect firing angle. There's some serious black magic going on inside this box, I can tell you. This single design takes longer to load than probably all 15 others for some reason. Must have some serious spin blocks going on inside there. So yeah, the same story that we seem to see with the flyers. They're very hard to hit with missiles. I like that he's added some missiles into this design instead of just going purely laser. Seeing as lasers are so expensive, whereas missiles are your cheapest form of damage for this tournament. Though his lasers are still doing work, it's also good to see that people didn't neglect lasers completely just because they are expensive. Because as you can see, it only takes a couple of lucky shots with a laser and you can completely disarm your enemy, so... Where am I? I'm underwater, sorry. So yeah, this looked like a really strong matchup here. All these missiles seem to just be going through this hole in the hull, but they are coming back up underneath by the looks of it. Does he have magnet? I don't think he has magnets on these, they're just... Yeah, they're not bombs. So a lot of these missiles that are coming in are actually doing nothing because they're just going straight through that hole that is punched in the hull and then coming back up and flying off. Yeah, there is just a lot just sitting in the water around him if he runs into them. Not seeing anything coming off the Isuzu again, unfortunately. I'll give it a minute, but I think we have our winner. Only 1,000 blocks left alive. Yeah. Alright guys, well, tough matchup. Bald Cube goes through, our fourth member of the winners bracket. We're halfway through our first bracket now. Let's get on with it.